We came streaming out of our offices and homes, crowding the streets, trying frantically to reach loved ones or to call 911. But in those minutes right after Tuesday's earthquake, most of us got this.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Many of us couldn't get through for more than an hour, the cell phone networks completely jammed. It really didn't matter what you had. Standard cell phones, BlackBerrys, smartphones. For mobile phone service were all tied to the major carriers. And 10 years after September 11th, when we needed them the most, their networks were overwhelmed and couldn't handle the spike in volume. It's exposed a major shortcoming in this technology during emergencies. A shortcoming that could cause huge problems again as Hurricane Irene bears down on the U.S. Now, the Federal Communications Commission's contacting the wireless carriers and public safety call centers to determine the cause of the outages after the earthquake and how to address them.
Most importantly, we're very concerned about the fact that 911 calls were also congested, and we want to make sure that people who need emergency help are able to get it.
Right now, there's no technology in common use to make sure 911 calls from wireless phones go to the top of the queue when there's heavy volume, like there was after the quake. The FCC is working with phone companies to improve that technology, get it in place on a wide scale, and regulate it. As for all the cell phone outages, our question to the major carriers was simple. Why couldn't your networks handle that kind of volume when people needed it the most? Spokespeople for Verizon, AT&T, and Sprint would only acknowledge there was congestion, said their networks didn't experience any damage, but never said why they couldn't handle the volume. I spoke with technology expert Ashok Agrawala. Couldn't the companies build more volume capability into their systems?
Of course they can.
Why don't they?
But no matter how much they build, it will still be finite. There can still be situations in which that will get overloaded, number one. Number two, if they build a capacity which can handle the peak load that we had on at the time of the earthquake, most of the time, most of that system will remain idle. And that will be expensive.
That's not necessarily an indictment of the phone carriers, though. While that would be expensive for them, it would also make our phones more expensive and our bills higher. Experts say the government also needs to create more spectrum for cell phone volume, like building more lanes on congested highways. The government hasn't done that yet, and the FCC is looking at ways to do that now, too.